My name is Ian Mark from 70s Rock Photos. I am also the author of Adventures of a 70s Rock Photographer. Have you ever been to a concert where everything went horribly wrong? Did the performer go on, or did they just slink back to the hotel room? That's what this video is going to look at. In 1977, I photographed an outdoor concert with Alice Cooper headlining two other bands at a football stadium in Calgary. The day started out innocent enough, but in the afternoon all hell broke loose. Now, before I go further, I want to say this is not a video to trash Alice Cooper. I've seen him 3 times in concert, 1975, 1977, and in 2020 with my sons on my birthday, and I think he's a great performer. Of the 3 concerts, the last is my favorite. He might be getting on, but he still knows how to rock and roll and put on a good concert. Here are a few shots from the last show with my sons. The shot of me with one of Alice Cooper's guitars was taken after the show. Alice Cooper had just finished autographing a photograph that I took from his 1975 concert, and I was on cloud 9. Now let's get back to this show. On the backstage pass it says Alice Cooper with the Runaways. However, the Runaways canceled, so 2 other bands were brought in. A Canadian rock band named Trooper, and the other, the Atlanta Rhythm Section. So having said that, let's move on to the venue. In this case, it is McMahon Stadium in Calgary, home of the Calgary Stampeders Football Club. As you can see on the sign and in the end zone, a white horse is their logo. Every time in a game when the Stampeders get a touchdown, a white horse runs down the sidelines to celebrate. What 70s bands have performed here? Janis Joplin, BTO, Bob Seger, the Beach Boys, the Doobie Brothers, Alice Cooper, and many more. The opening and closing ceremonies of the '88 Olympics were held in this stadium. So let's take a look inside. This is the end zone close to where the stage was set up at about the 20-yard line. I'm guessing there was maybe 15,000 people attending this concert. There were people on the field as well as in the stands. The stage had no covering, just a simple platform with speakers towering high on either side. There was no protection for rain or anything like that. If you were a member of the audience, you would be looking towards the stage from this vantage point. So the concert began around 1 o'clock in the afternoon with Canadian rock band Trooper hitting the stage. Their set went off without a glitch with full cooperation of the weather. Then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the Atlanta Rhythm Section began their set. After a few songs, the skies began to darken and the wind picked up. At this point, I was standing close to the stage when a gust of wind blew all the speakers on stage right to the ground. The band didn't even notice what happened. Then another gust of wind took out the speakers on the other side. At this point, the Atlanta Rhythm Section walked off the stage and their set was over. This is when things went from bad to worse. The skies blackened and rain started to pour down hard in the stadium. McMahon Stadium changed from looking like this to this. Some people left the stadium, but there were still thousands who stood their ground and waited for the rain to stop with the hope that Alice Cooper would still make an appearance. Alice Cooper and his band, they stayed held up in the offices of McMahon Stadium, hoping that the rain would let up in a while so that they could do their concert. But it rained for a good 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon before it cleared up. So after waiting more than 3 hours in the wind and rain, it finally cleared up and Alice Cooper and company made an appearance. Remember that most of the sound and lighting systems were gone. It was a show that was almost entirely off the cuff, as you can see here. A very improvised presentation, but a show nonetheless. What I enjoyed the most was seeing how they did it when all the elements were stacked against them. An Alice Cooper show is more than just music. It is a combination of musician, actors in costumes, and props that make it different from what everyone else was doing. My favorite of all the shots here are the ones at the end when he is being decapitated. That's a true Alice Cooper stunt that no other 70s rocker can pull off. I hope you have enjoyed these shots, as I think they show what a great and versatile performer Alice Cooper is. He is more than just a one-hit wonder. He is the one who joined theater to rock and roll. I remember when this concert was over, somebody from his organization came out to me and asked me if I could give them a few shots or a roll of film that might have shots from this concert, because they knew that it was different from any other performance that Alice Cooper had done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I thought it'd be appropriate to end it with a few shots of BTO and Bob Seger, who I photographed on the same night in August 1975 at McMahon Stadium. Many of my photographs and my book, Adventures of a 70s Rock Photographer, can be purchased from my 70s Rock Photo store on Etsy or Amazon or 70srockphotos.com. Rock on!